The Newshour Special Edition.
Welcome back. Here with us on Times Now. Viewers, the monsoon session of Parliament starts from the 21st of July. The rains won't impact the fire and friction expected during the month-long session. But what if I ask you, who is dictating the agenda of Indian Parliament during the session? Let me help you. It's not the government or the opposition. No, not Rahul Gandhi or the 780-odd MPs of the two houses of Parliament. Let me end the suspense now. There is an American hand here. The monsoon session of Parliament, viewers, will be dictated by the U.S. President Donald Trump. First, let's rush into the latest words of self-endorsed wisdom by Mr. Trump. At a dinner with some Republican U.S. lawmakers at the White House, Trump claimed that 5 jets were shot down during India-Pakistan conflict. Please take note. He said 5 jets were shot down in the conflict. He didn't mention or specify which country lost how many aircraft. Listen in to what exactly he said.
Planes were being shot out of there. 4 or 5, but I think 5 jets were shot down, actually. And Lindsay, that was getting worse and worse, wasn't it? That was looking like it was going to go. These are 2 serious nuclear countries, and they were hitting each other. You know, it seems like a new form of warfare. You saw it recently when you looked at what we did in Iran, where we knocked out their nuclear capability, totally knocked out that. India and Pakistan were going at it, and they were back and forth, and it was getting bigger and bigger, and we got it solved through trade. We said, you guys want to make a trade deal? We're not making a trade deal if you're going to be throwing around weapons, and maybe nuclear weapons, both very powerful nuclear.
Now, viewers, this is Trump's Act 2 on Indo-Pak conflict post-Pahalgam. In Act 1, Donald Trump had emerged claiming credit for the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. In fact, he said, I did it. Almost 20 times in 60 days. The government said Operation Sindoor was paused as Pakistan pleaded for a ceasefire. The Indian Defence Forces substantiated this. And this is where we tell you, viewers, Donald Trump's connect to the upcoming monsoon session. Now, if you zoom into the opposition's agenda for the session, today was the meeting of the INDIA bloc, and Trump's mediation claim is in the list of issues that opposition plans to raise. It's clear it is towing the Trump line on ceasefire. Now, no one in the opposition is paying attention to what Trump said in May. In fact, while addressing a crowd of U.S. military personnel in Qatar, he had said, I don't want to say I did, but I sure as hell helped settle the problem. So he had watered down his role in May. Listen in.
I don't want to say I did, but I sure as hell helped settle the problem between Pakistan and India last week, which was getting more and more hostile. And all of a sudden you'll start seeing missiles of a different type. And we got it settled. I hope I don't walk out of here and 2 days later find out that it's not settled, but I think it is settled.
Now next, Trump's 5 jets down remark from the White House has travelled to India and armed the opposition in Parliament ahead of the monsoon session. The first to pick Trump's truth was Leader of Opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi. He now wants the Prime Minister to reveal the truth about 5 jets. Through a post on X, he said, the country has the right to know. His political man Friday, Jairam Ramesh, called Trump's 5 jets theory a sensational new revelation. He has demanded a clear and categorical statement in Parliament by the Prime Minister. Then TMC MP Mahua Moitra also waded in. She said India has lost at least 1 Rafale and India deserves a post-Sindoor briefing. Listen into the reactions from the opposition.
मैं 10 से लेकर आज तक 24 बार एक बार नहीं 24 बार राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप ने 2 बात दोहराए हैं। पहली बात वो जो कहकर आ रहे हैं कि मध्यस्थता मैंने की। ये 2 देश थे, भारत और पाकिस्तान, युद्ध हो रहा था। ये परमाणु हथियार देश हैं और हम चिंतित थे कि परमाणु हथियार का इस्तेमाल हो सकता है और मैंने युद्ध विराम कराया। दूसरी बात जो उन्होंने कही है कि मैंने भारत और पाकिस्तान को दोनों को कहा कि अगर आप हमारे साथ व्यापार बढ़ाना चाहते हो तो युद्ध विराम कराओ। उन्होंने कहा है कि 5 लड़ाकू विमान गिरे थे इस युद्ध में। तो हमारा सवाल सीधा है, अभी 2 दिन में मॉनसून सत्र शुरू होने वाला है, लोकसभा और राज्यसभा। प्रधानमंत्री अपनी चुप्पी तोड़े।
पहलगाम और सिंदूर पर निश्चित रूप से ये सब कुछ भारत के प्रधानमंत्री की ही जवाबदेही हो सकती है। तो जब ये मुद्दा हो तो भारत के प्रधानमंत्री को उपस्थित रहना चाहिए और उन्हें जवाब देना चाहिए। और जब सिंदूर ऑपरेशन की बात होगी तो सीज फायर की बात जरूर हो, और जब सीज फायर की बात होगी तो ट्रंप साहब के 24 बार इस क्लेम को, इस महत्वपूर्ण घोषणा को कि इंडिया और पाकिस्तान की सेनाओं के बीच सीज फायर उन्होंने कराया, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री का सर झुकाकर चुप रहना निश्चित रूप से मुद्दा होगा।
Now, viewers, the BJP is preparing for the onslaught inside and outside Parliament. Party's IT cell chief Amit Malviya has launched a blistering attack on Rahul Gandhi, asking if he is Indian or Pakistan's spokesperson. And now, viewers, we have some breaking inputs as well coming in. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has dropped a veiled message saying, don't be guided by outside narratives. All decisions in this country as a sovereign nation are taken by its leadership. There is no power on the planet to dictate to India how to handle its affairs. Listen in.
Operation Sindoor is not over. It continues. Some people ask a question, why was it stopped? But some of us have to understand and appreciate. Don't be guided by narratives outside. All decisions in this country, a sovereign nation, are taken by its leadership. There is no power on the planet to dictate India how to handle its affairs.
So, a new day, a new claim by U.S. President Donald Trump. So, we ask tonight, isn't there a method emerging behind Trump's utterances? Should they not be seen like with him pushing India on immigration rules, tariffs and Russian oil? Should opposition adopt his agenda in a sovereign space called Indian Parliament? And joining me on this debate this evening is R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist, Advocate Harsh Daya, who is a political analyst, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader of the Congress Party, Tausif Ahmed Khan, lawyer and a political analyst. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us here on this debate. Now, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, I want to again start this debate with you this evening. You know, if you hear what exactly Mr. Donald Trump has said, he himself isn't sure, by the way. He says, I think 5 jets were shot down, actually. He never mentioned whether they were Indian or Pakistani jets. So what makes the Congress Party, believe that he was actually talking about Indian jets?
Heena ji, first of all, let's understand that Trump is a president of United States. He is not an irrelevant person. He's an important person to the whole global ecosystem. And 24 times, initially we were telling 20 times, so let me correct you, 24 times.
I said over 20 times in 60 days, right. Because Mr. Jairam Ramesh said 24 times and Mr. Manikam Tagore said 25 times. I have not been really counting.
So
it's the Congress Party
because,
that has been taking notes.
Why we said
Congress
that.
Party has been taking notes every time Mr. Donald Trump says something. So I have not been doing that. That's
Heena
why I said over 20 times.
Yeah,
but now you're clarifying 24.
Because it is very relevant for our nation. As in sovereign country, it is important for us to reply to anyone who questions our sovereignty, who questions our authority. And we have been demanding this from our dear Prime Minister Modi. I want to say this from your channel that what we want from our Prime Minister is the way Trump has insulted our nation 24 times and probably 25 times, because he might have said that 5 minutes back as well, because he can say that. We want our Prime Minister to come to Parliament and speak to the entire nation and say this, that whatever Trump is telling is lie. Let him categorically say this, because this has become very important.
What is the guarantee that the opposition will be convinced even after Prime Minister makes a statement in the Parliament, say once the monsoon session of Parliament begins? Because I remember when the information about his phone conversation with Donald Trump also came out, he made it absolutely clear that, you know, there wasn't any sort of mediation that happened because of Donald Trump, or Trump had no role really to play in this India-Pak ceasefire. Congress party never believed the Prime Minister and his office that time as well.
Heena, from this one can take guarantee. Even after Prime Minister replies, I am very sure Congress and led by Honorable Leader of Opposition, Rahul Gandhi, to walk out. Simple. It's a waste exercise. Trump is looking for his constituency in USA. Narendra Modi is looking for his constituency in India. What Jagdeep Dhankar said is the truth, not Rahul Gandhi's. Why should government give in to certain demands of Congress? Because on the day of the war, Congress wanted a briefing. Sir. On the day of war, Congress wanted people. Chupra, you don't speak enough.
Of 140 crore
you don't
people,
speak.
Sir.
You don't speak in between.
140 crore people.
Be gentlemen, not like Rahul Gandhi.
Ashwini Kumar Mishra, allow Mr. Rajgopalan to finish his point. I gave you time initially to make your point as well. Let's have a civil debate.
Congress spokesperson also like him behaving like Congress leader Rahul Gandhi.
Sir, you should also learn some manners, sir.
Who is this man?
Okay, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, one second. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, allow him to finish his point. I will give you time for a rebuttal also.
You should learn some manners. I will not take this language. You should learn some manners.
Okay, one second. You know, if you will speak over each other, we will not be able to continue with this debate like this. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, once again, calm down. Allow him to finish his point. I'll give you time to respond. Yes, Mr. Rajgopalan.
Congress will walk out. There is no guarantee that Congress will not walk out, because their aim is to support Pakistan. Their aim is to expose themselves. Otherwise, why should Mr. Rahul Gandhi unnecessarily go and campaign for Pakistan? Did Rahul Gandhi speak anything about the Indus war? Did Rahul Gandhi speak a word about
talking about? Has he lost his mind? When did we support Pakistan?
One second, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, I told you I will give you time to respond. If you will continue to speak...
He should watch his tongue.
1 second, allow him to at least finish his point. I mean, nobody is able to understand.
You cannot use such language.
1 second, Ashwini Kumar Mishra, 1 second. 1 second. Yes, Mr. Rajgopalan, finish your point quickly, and then Ashwini Mishra.
My point is very simple. Rahul Gandhi is campaigning for anti-India forces like George Soros. And moreover, why should he take this word of Trump seriously? He has to go by Indian system. India first, not US first, or Pakistan first, or Vietnam first, or Turkey first, or China first. Rahul Gandhi is confused. I don't know who is briefing him on international affairs, because he travels 1,000 times to abroad.
Okay.
But he doesn't understand diplomacy. Unfortunately, Congress lost its game in Operation Sindoor.
Okay.
You wait to watch day after tomorrow when the Parliament meets. Congress will do something hara-fairy and derail the process of the Prime Minister's speech, because Congress lost its game in the entire spectrum of foreign diplomacy.
Okay. Mr. Tausif Ahmed Khan, now looking at what exactly Donald Trump said today, he himself did not seem very convinced with what he was saying, because he said, you had India, Pakistan that was going. In fact, planes were being shot out of the air, 4 or 5, but I think 5 jets were shot down actually. He never mentioned which country's jets was he really talking about. So, then we had a delegation that went from India to different parts of the world that included TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee as well, who spoke about the success of Operation Sindoor. But do you endorse this kind of statement that has now come from Rahul Gandhi, from Jairam Ramesh, wherein they are assuming that when Donald Trump talks about jets being down, he's talking about Indian jets only?
Look, I believe that Operation Sindoor was a success for our armed forces. and so does most of the opposition party, I believe. But you see, honesty is the best policy. And this controversy of IAF, Indian Air Force using fighter jets is nothing new. We saw General Anil Chauhan, Chief of Defence Staff in Singapore, as well as Captain Shiv Kumar, Defence Attaché in Indonesia. They also talked about that, yes, we did lose some jets, but they were not keen on sharing the number, and we respect that. Because as a country, as a citizen of this country, we stand with our armed forces. Regardless of any mini battle we may have lost or won, we respect the message that they have sent. But the question here really is, this foreigner, a foreign leader, a President Donald Trump, why is he repeatedly taking this credit that he is the one who stopped the war between India and Pakistan, as if our government or our forces were not capable enough to take a decision, as if we were forced to stop the war. Okay. Yes, the war was going on, and if we had to go by the media results, the media announcement those nights, some media channels said we have captured Lahore, we had captured Islamabad. You know, all those fake news were going on the news channel that night. We cannot forget. But what we want is Mr. Modi to clarify why Mr. Modi is silent and allowing President Trump to repeatedly insult India by saying that he intervened and he forced us to stop the war in lieu of the trade deal that he kind of used to blackmail us.
Unfortunately, Advocate Harsh Dahiya, even after a clarification coming in from the government side, the opposition does not seem very convinced, because we had Vikram Misri saying, he released a statement wherein he gave details of this conversation between Prime Minister Modi and Donald Trump, wherein he said PM Modi told, President Trump clearly during the entire series of incidents, never were talks held at any level on India-America trade deal and mediation between India and Pakistan by America.
Heena ji, I have a lot to say on this particular topic, but I'll try to keep it short. First of all, whatever Trump is saying is very entertaining. And in fact, it is more entertaining than Ekta Kapoor serial. Like from last 2-3 months, I've been super entertained, and I've been, giggling in this debate as well. And, I pose a question to my dear friend Ashwani ji and Mr. Khan as well, that should we respect what our army is saying, or should we be so concerned about what Trump is saying? Is pure mudde mein, there are two people who are eyeing 2 awards. Trump is doing all this to get Nobel Peace Prize. He wants to beat Obama because Obama got it, so Trump also wants it now. And then our very dear opposition leader Rahul Gandhi is eyeing for Nishane-Pakistan, because if he was seriously the opposition leader of India, he would be speaking about the goals that have been achieved in Operation Sindoor. And instead of doing that, what he's doing, he's running the propaganda of Pakistan. And I don't blame him. It must be the effect of him and his mother entering into a secret agreement with the Communist Party of China, CCP. उन्होंने अभी तक उसकी details भी reveal नहीं करी हैं, what kind of agreement they had reached with them. And Trump said that 5 jets were shot down, and like you likely mentioned that he didn't mention which country. Then why is Rahul Gandhi jumping the gun over here? Whose interest is he trying to serve? Pakistan ka ya India ka? And coming to the warfare point of view, I would like to further go ahead and say that even if some jets were lost, it should not be a matter of debate. In war, there will be losses. We have bought these jets for showcase, not for showcasing. They are war machines which will incur damage during crisis of war. Our focus should be on analyzing the fact whether the goals that we had analyzed during Operation Sindoor, they have been reached or not. If they have been reached, then this should be the end of the topic. See, all these jets, even if they were lost, there would be losses in war, which our army has also claimed. But to make it a topic of debate, that's where the problem lies, because the war has ended. The 5-day or 6-day war that happened with Pakistan during Operation Sindoor, that has ended, but the propaganda war is still ongoing. And
that's the question, Mr. Ashwini Kumar Mishra. Why is it that despite repeated clarifications coming in, not just from the Indian government side, but also from Indian armed forces, the Congress party, it seems, is trusting Donald Trump? Why are you disregarding country's official position?
Heena ji, we want to trust our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. He is the biggest leader of our country right now. He is heading our nation. He is the Prime Minister. And another person who's insulting his president. It is not good enough that I get to hear this from the foreign minister or anyone else. I want to hear it from our prime minister that the insult Trump is doing to us is relevant, and we should answer him in the same language. Like how Modi has claimed that he can show lal lal aankhein to China and lal lal aankhein to lot more people. I want to see his lal lal aankhein against Trump also, who has insulted her 24 times, and probably he will do that 25 times today or tomorrow as well.
But aren't you jumping the gun again? Because Air Marshal A.K. Bharti on 11th of May had said the planes were prevented from coming inside our border. He also said we don't have the wreckage with us, but definitely we have downed a few planes. So if you look at this statement, one second. Yeah. If you look at this statement by Air Marshal A.K. Bharti from 11th of May and look at what Donald Trump has said today, I think 5 jets were shot down actually. Why could Rahul Gandhi or the Congress party not say that, okay, he's talking about Pakistani jets that were down by India? Because this confirmation had come from Indian Armed Forces only. Why did you jump the gun and ask questions why did you just assume that they were Indian jets that Donald Trump was talking about?
Heena ji, I am sure you would have read the tweet from Rahul Gandhi as well. And what he asked is that nation want to know what happened to these 5 jets. He also never said that this is Indian jets or Pakistani jets. But
he never asked that question. He never asked that question.
No,
you know, so he could have said, were these Indian jets or were these Pakistani jets? He did not say that.
That's what I'm saying. You are assuming that he is asking that. So he asked that what.
Mr. R. Rajgopalan, 10 seconds quick response and I'm completely out of time.
Whatever the Congress spokesperson says, the same amount of clarity Rahul Gandhi should have given either Pakistan or India. Apart from that, Heena, at least the spokesperson has got more clarity than Rahul Gandhi. Second, today the Pahalgam killers TRF has been designated as global terror outfit.
Today, one more, Heena, 10 seconds. Today, by the way, LG of Ladakh also said that our army take bribes.
Okay.
So let's not go.
Okay, I'm completely out of time, gentlemen.
My point is Congress is going to walk out from this session.
Okay, I'm completely out of time, but I appreciate all of you for joining us here on Times Now on this debate. We'll, of course, be tracking the story closely ahead as well. Mr. Rajgopalan, Advocate Harsh Dahia, Ashwini Kumar Mishra and Tausif Ahmed Khan, thank you for joining us here on this debate.